Right, so we won't say it's your VP, but like who are some of the more reasonable Republicans who, if that was the direction you were going into, you
Well,
would
first of all,
choose
I
from?
think we lost two of our great young conservatives in Anthony Gonzalez, Pete Maher. They had the audacity. They had the audacity to vote to impeach Trump. 10 of them, 9 of them.
Yeah, those morons, they're gone, right? You challenge the President of the United States, hey, you put your bets down on the table. Is it going to be black or red? And you make a decision, right? They decided to put their chips on the table with the Democrat. They decided to say, yeah, we're going to impeach this president for no freaking reason at all. And guess what? They were primaried and they're out of here. You're out.
Presidential candidate Dean Phillips, host of Fareed Zakaria GPS on CNN, Fareed Zakaria, and president of Eurasia Group and G0 Media, Ian Bremmer. Here are the questions. I'm rushing because I got to get to Vegas. This is for you, Congressman. Who would you choose to be your running mate? Oh, good question. I didn't ask you that.
Oh, I have to choose a different person now?
Well, your running mate.
My running mate?
Yeah.
It's way too early for that. I will surprise you. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Meaning?
I will surprise you.
I'll
absolutely surprise you with a running mate.
Good surprise or bad?
Good surprise.
Yeah, it almost sounded like a threat.
I promise you.
Really?
I will surprise you.
It's not Carrot Top, is it?
Carrot Top.
All right. I love them, but I don't.
No, Carrot Top had too high of demands.
All right.
I mean, I can't give away this stuff so early. I know you want it.
All right. Did Democrats make a strategic error by not saving Kevin McCarthy now that we're stuck with a much more extreme Speaker of the House? That's an interesting question.
Well, there really
they could have, right?
There's a danger of a really, I mean, you were alluding to this, of a real political constitutional crisis, because Trump is going to be the nominee. So one of two things are going to happen in 2024. He's either going to win, that has its own problems, or he's going to claim he won.
Exactly.
Those are the only two options.
Absolutely. I've said it.
Well, there you heard it, folks, from Fareed Zakaria. Okay, this fake fraudster, this CNN hack. What it is? Oh, here are two things that are going to happen if Trump gets elected. If he gets elected, then this will happen. If he doesn't get elected, then guess what? He's going to say he was elected. He's going to march on the Capitol. He's going to take it over. That's what's going to happen. That's all these guys. That's it. And then Bill Maher goes, oh, yeah, I've been telling you that for 7 years. Yeah, Bill, what happened after the 4 years? He left, right?
But he's going to show up.
But this time,
Inauguration Day, January 2025, he will show up.
But this time, say the Pennsylvania state legislature, where the laws I think have been changed, where they can send an alternate slate of electors, and who do they send them to? The Speaker of the House.
Mm-hmm. Who do they send them to? The Speaker of the House. Well, because guess what? It's up to the state legislatures. That's what's in the Constitution there, Fareed. That it's up to the state legislatures to determine how elections are done, the time, place thereof. Not for the courts, not for a governor, not for the Secretary of State, not for a president, certainly not for you, buddy. But now they've changed them, and they're starting to change some of those things that happened in 2020. Well, guess what? All of a sudden they're finding out that, you know what, they weren't kosher after all, right?
Exactly. Mike Johnson,
right.
who is going to be very willing to hear all the stuff that at least Kevin McCarthy in the crunch.
Right.
And let me tell you guys, it's important everybody know this. We extended a number of overtures to Speaker McCarthy, a number of other Republicans, saying we want to work together. Just make some modest concessions. First of all, make the House work. That was our...
This is the guy that's running for the presidency, folks, on the Democratic ticket, all right? He wants to be the president of the United States. He wants to take on Joe Biden.
First demand, not one of them would speak to us because they knew if they actually attracted a single Democratic vote, let alone 10, 15, 20, that they would be eviscerated by their brothers and sisters on their side. That is the culture of Congress that is absolutely destroying the country.
That's the culture,
the
culture of the House.
The culture of the House.
Yes, not the Senate.
But no, it's not. That is true. No.
Culture of the House, not the Senate.
the Senate.
So
but that is the truth.
I heard you say before when we were talking that you're going to stop this and we got to work together. Everybody says that. What's the plan?
Oh.
What's the plan to do that?
There is no plan, Bill. There is no plan.
What's the plan?
Oh,
Well, it begins with the surprise running mate.
Yes, that it begins.
Cheney?
I was the most bipartisan member of Congress last year, the second most this year.
wow, I was the most bipartisan. You know, what does that mean? You were the most transgender person in Congress, right? You were a trans congressman because you were going both ways.
Really do. I love my brothers and sisters on both sides. There are some wonderful Republicans who I think have a chance to rise, I think want to work together. This wasn't the time to do it, but wish to do so. And there are some outstanding.
But again, how do you liberate them from this problem you're talking about where they're
That's why I'm running for, look, I'm running for president to win. I believe we can. I believe it's time for a new generation. Does anybody agree, by the way?
Throw that out one more time, the old line. It's time for a new generation, isn't it, to run for president? It's a time for a new generation, folks. Forget about Generation Z, forget about Gen X, forget about the millennials, forget about whatever. It's time for a new generation.
The last time in American history that I think a president really accomplished the notion of a team of rivals was Abe Lincoln. And I do think it's time, I really do believe it's time for a Democratic president to ensure that there are conservative voices in the White House, within the cabinet, having his or her ear, and vice versa. It should go the other way as well. I'll do so. And I think, so that's why running for president, you can actually break this gridlock by actually engaging.
I know what the surprise is.
Yeah.
No, but you're hinting that you would have your team of rivals, somebody
Vivek Ramaswamy!
I'm not saying I am. I'm saying I would not rule that
It
out.
won't be Vivek. It's not going to be
You're sort of
Vivek.
teasing it. You're saying you might.
Just say it. Just say it. It's Ramaswamy.
It's only I think I could promise you it ain't.
But somebody all right.
Oh, why is it could be Ramaswamy? Why not there, Dean, huh? Is it maybe because of his skin color? Could be white. Could be tan.
Right, so we won't say it's your VP, but who are some of the more reasonable Republicans who, if that was the direction you were going into, you
Well,
would
first of all, I think we lost two of our great young conservatives in Anthony Gonzalez, Pete Maher. They had the audacity. They had the audacity to vote to impeach Trump. 10 of them, 9 of them.
Yeah, those morons, they're gone, right? You challenge the President of the United States, hey, you put your bets down on the table. Is it going to be black or red? And you make a decision, right? They decided to put their chips on the table with the Democrat. They decided to say, yeah, we're going to impeach this president for no freaking reason at all. And guess what? They were primaried and they're out of here. You're out.
Got thrown out of the House, essentially. I will tell you that Dusty Johnson, a very principled, good person.
Dusty Johnson?
Dusty Johnson.
Who's that?
See? You don't know.
I don't know. I thought he was some old
Baseball
Western
player,
actor. Dusty Johnson. Remember Dusty Johnson? No, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Okay.
He's going to be on the show next week.
Phillips Johnson. That's
If I out my friends, they're going to lose their races. I don't want to do it. But very sincerely, the problem is they're the workhorses, not the show horses. You don't know their names. You know Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Jim Jordan because they're destructive.
How about
I'm tired of it?
Mitt Romney?
They're destructive. They're the show horses. They're not the workhorses like moi.
Romney.
Mitt Romney, he's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
And he's principled.
And he already ran. He's a known quantity. I mean, yes, a lot of people hate him, but but he stood.
He stood strong.
He's one of those what I call as good as it gets Republicans.
Liz Cheney. I sat with Liz Cheney
they
on
hate
January 6th. They hate, but
they don't hate Mitt as
principle
much
right now, and it's a shame. Liz Cheney had principle. She got thrown out of the House.
Oh my goodness gracious. Liz Cheney, this is the guy. Oh, come on. You got to beat Joe. You got to beat him in the nominations. Come on, Dean, I'm pulling for you, buddy, because you're You love Liz Cheney, another Democrat. You love Mittens Romney, another Democrat. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're here. We know enough about you to know which way we're going to vote.
Says with her on January 6th, when she looked at the television screen, Donald Trump on it, she said, he's responsible, we're going to hold him to account. The whole room erupted, Democrats and Republicans. A year later, look who was left.
So, okay, last question. RFK is leading among, I read, young people and independents, and in a three-way race, he gets now like higher
22% apparently. 22.
I mean, that's pretty amazing. What do you
but
think?
he takes more from Trump.
Takes more from Trump.
Takes more from Trump. You know, I mean, he's sort of dominating the conspiracy theory lane, which is a lane now in U.S. politics. And if he continues to run, as opposed to like the no labels, Joe Manchin fever dream, which I think was never going to happen, then it actually gives Biden more of a shot. And at the end of the day, if good Dean Phillips doesn't somehow make it to take Biden out, then you're going to need to have Biden be able to do it, and a third-party candidate may actually help on that front.
I mean, the fundamental problem, all of these scenarios are terrifying, is we don't actually have a real election, right? I mean, Biden will win probably by 9 million votes. But the most powerful
Biden will?
Right.
Against,
by 10.
Against Trump?
Popular
vote, right?
Doesn't mean anything.
He won by 7.5 last time.
Oh, I'm glad you're saying.
Oh boy, free Zachariah! Yeah, let's count up those 81 million votes, huh? Oh yeah, and this time he said he's going to win by the popular vote. He's going to have 90 million votes popular. That's what Fareed Zachariah is saying, right? Fareed Zachariah.
I'm sanguine about that. I am
but
not.
what I'm not sanguine about is that
he could totally lose.
No, but even if he
If I didn't think he was going to lose, I wouldn't be all in for Dean Phillips.
You're not listening.
Dean Phillips, I've said it for years. For God's sake.
And if not him,
behind
Dusty
Phillips.
Johnson.
Okay.
No, but the point is, it's going to be decided in 4 states. Right? I mean, the Electoral College is what matters.
Yes.
Biden will win the popular vote. The problem is...
You don't know that.
4 states, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Georgia, Wisconsin.
Doesn't matter.
And you're probably
he's down
talking about
in each
100...
of them, guys. He's down in each of the battleground states right now. That's one reason I'm doing this. We have to do this.
Okay.
The alternative...
I got to go to Vegas. Thank you very much.
Well, folks, hope you enjoyed that little clip and our little reaction to it with Bill Maher and the verbal diarrhea that was emanating from those 4 farts who hate Trump. Appreciate you taking the time to watch. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I've been your host, Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel, like, share, and follow us. You know what to do. Check out the links that we have of our other videos. Check them out. Leave with my final thought, which is, when you're right, you're right. And when you're left, you're wrong. We'll see you again next time, folks. Take care and stay safe.